Have you ever struggled with a personal project anytime? Have you ever quit it because things were getting a little bit too much to handle? Or sticking to the thing that brought us here today? Have you ever struggled to start and go to the gym? Getting in shape? Overcoming one of those plateaus that were holding you to keep growing up? Well, good news. That happens to almost everyone at some point during student life, sporting life, or even working life. Today, I'm going to speak about how to find and use that mental and physical strength in order to achieve our goals. The strength that lies within. Instead of boring you with a big wording about strength training, my macrocycles, periodization, numbers and percentages, I bring what for me are really good concepts about building strength and how to reach those targets. So, the best thing, or the best way, I think, to tell this and not boring you to death is telling you a story. Let's say that I have a friend, a Spanish friend, okay? This friend was chasing a dream of tackling a sporting degree. That dream was going to take him away from everything, and it's going to be, I had to go to a different country, and he was going to be challenged by life in a really different ways. So, first step, he had to start. Once he decided to take that trip, that adventure, he needed to plan everything. His first stop, his first concept was preparation. He needed to prepare anything. He arranged things for the moment he was here. So he got a job, he got a flat, he got savings from the bank. He packed bare minimum to start his new life in that new country. Let's say he was coming to Scotland. In Scotland, he had been hired, he had been recruited, better said, by an American football team. So he needed to keep himself in shape. He needed to go to the gym. He needed a gym plan. So there, the strength and conditioning coach helped him with that gym plan and to start focusing on his targets and getting those targets. Something specific, something measurable, that at the moment of struggling, he would be able to focus in. Preparation is a good point to start when we need a plan to stick to and we want to focus in our targets. Well, once this guy arrived here, he found that, some things that he couldn't control, they weren't the way they should be. So he found himself without a job, without a flat, and with limited funding. And, next step on the road, he needed to adapt his plan. Now, he needed to find a way of making it achievable. So, he spoke with a friend. He found a place to stay in, to sleep on the floor for a few days. He changed his diet. He started eating rice, potatoes, pasta to save some money. He stopped taking the bus and he started walking everywhere. Good news, he got a job finally. He left all this behind, but still, he's enjoying those walks to everywhere. In March 2020, COVID pandemic was declared. Gyms, as everywhere else, were closed. And again, our friend needed to adapt everything, adapt his plan. Now he needed to adapt his gym plan to make it a home. So I think as many of us probably did at that time, he shaped his own living room into a gym. He started using the equipment he had at home, and from time to time, he was lifting the sofa as well. Adaptation, when things are not going as we prepared, is a really, really good tool to keep going forward and keeping the target in our sight. As an athlete, there are not many things as annoying as getting injured. It's a really hard setback, mentally and physically. You feel yourself impaired. You cannot perform, you cannot do whatever you like the most. Well, sadly, our friend, he got badly injured once, and, well, he needed to change his plan. He needed to apply new rules. With a determination about limits, he kept pushing. He found that recovery he needed. He changed that plan into that recovery target. In a daily basis thing, our friend, he was feeling that impairment as well because of language barrier. It's quite hard to get on when you're speaking in a different language, especially when you discover Scottish accent. So again, he adapted his plan. He used that determination to carry on. He found his target and he tried to recover. Actually, he recovered quite well from that impairment, and he carried on. Determination is another big tool, is another big concept that we can use to find and use that strength that we need in our journey. At some point, our friend applied for a job in a gym. He thought he was really well prepared for that. Well, he didn't get it. It was really tough for his self-image, really tough for his self-confidence. But he thought, okay, what do I have to do to overcome this? So he learned what he needed to do to get that job. He knew he had to learn more about delivering classes, so he kept himself close to that environment so he could learn the most from that environment. In the gym, there's a training concept called training to failure, which a physiological principle is pushing your muscles to the extent that they cannot cope, they fail. And then they learn from that. So the next time you're trying the same exercise, they will be ready, they will perform better. So, without knowing our weaknesses, because we failed before, we cannot carry on. We cannot find the strength to carry on. Well, strength, big word, is underpinned on these four concepts that we went through today in this talk. Preparation, adaptation, determination, and learning. And really big tools that will help you to find and use that strength that lies within in sports or even in your life, in your daily life, as our friend happened to experiment last year. Oh, well, it was meant to be a video there of your friend that probably if you didn't realize at that point, our friend, it's me. That was my graduation, but I think you will have to wait for the movie to watch that video. Sorry about that. So, the journey that the journey that I went on was about finding and using that strength that lies within. Some people will tell you that strength is about going to the gym, doing 10 push-ups, and posting on social media. Some more knowledgeable people will tell you that building strength is about doing 4 sets of 3 reps at 85% of your 1 RM in a given exercise. They're not wrong. But I will tell you, building your strength is about having a plan. Stick to it. Keep determined to your actions. And keep chasing your target until you achieve it. Thank you very much.